All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play.
Let's go, baby.
First quarter, first drive.
That blue looks so good out there.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They look like, man, he got the cornerback depleted.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down.
Come,
Oh, that's a face
really?
mask. Certainly
Oh,
like
man, I was going to say, man, we starting already
we
with...
looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation
holding call.
because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Locke. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Just a wasted turnover.
But very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Mariota. And incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
You got to hold that block over there, baby. Come on, man. You got to hold it. Oh, that was a bleep. I ain't going to trust with the too much, man.
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, here's Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now Campanaro. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Matthews has it right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mariota now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He dumps it off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 33.
Just going to say, he ain't been running the ball. And we get ran over.
Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd down, Mariota. And he finds Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Mariota hands to Henry. And a short gain here down to the 22. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Walker with a grab, left side. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got him in.
Oh, what is that? I didn't even. Oh, man, the game made me do that. I hit X for a conservative tackle. Boy, that's garbage.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Get this man extra yard. I hit an X.
So now then the penalty's got him set up
try
with
to
a
strip
first
him
and goal.
Oh.
To throw Mariota. And this will be caught.
Ain't I couldn't get back there.
Matthews for the Tennessee touchdown. Rashard Matthews.
Running
His
pretty
5th
close.
touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have made this
The
a
Madden
one-score
special.
game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Oh, get out of there, boy. Dang, he got caught. He got tied.
As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous
I for sure thought he was
pressure on
gone.
the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Yeah, cover 2.
Luck on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Flag.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, Luck. Steps away to his left.
That's a flag. He hit me in the leg.
Daquan Jones able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards. And it'll be
how is the wind blowing?
Elsewhere on the Sunday in the NFL,
had
they're
a
the
zone,
second quarter in
dome.
Detroit. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he?
Horrible. I've been at the inside the 15 twice and came away with 2 field goals.
And that'll carry over the back line
Got
of the
them
end
for
zone
next
for a
time, though.
touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mariota to throw it. That's complete to Taylor.
And how in the world
Across midfield down to the 45.
did a linebacker get on him?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they
That don't even make sense.
there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
All right.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now Mariota goes underneath for Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Mariota. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Mariota gives to Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Mariota. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Man, get out the way.
Work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak for the whole month.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
There you go.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration.
Man, I keep forgetting about the win.
I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And Matthews over the middle.
I ain't think he was going through.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mariota now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Flush to his right. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota, eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Caught right side, Davis. And he gets
Come on.
The 10 to the 9. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to
Y'all got to
defend?
get some pressure back there, man. You just standing back there, doing what you want to do.
Difficult, but when you're running a drag route,
No, we ain't got that much talent.
shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tip carry now for Derrick Henry. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, come on, Big Al.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mariota.
Good peek, boy. Trying to force it in there.
Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. They can't tackle it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Space to maneuver at the 40. Caught left side by Hilton. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. You're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now,
that's caught inside.
You go, T.Y.
And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mack, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. It's locked. And his throw here's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver.
Yeah,
and that'll make it 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a hit and lost the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
Man, the game skipped. What? That jump skipped on the way up.
And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Titans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mariota, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can do it like a long punt.
That pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead,
you
think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Mariota now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nate Hairston. Matthews, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, it's locked. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Second and 10, Luck again. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Love. And he's taken to the ground.
And I got stuck on my own freaking man.
Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Matt. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Daquan Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Love. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
Oh, come on, man. Why is the thing vibrating if the ball ain't going out of bounds?
Continues on
God, it does.
For a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. You got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play.
And we can't get no pressure, man.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mariota again. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Mariota now to throw on 1st down.
There you go. Finally, we get some pressure back there, man.
Right around a 30. Jabal Sheard. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd down, Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
No freaking
interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target.
We might as well just put freaking DBs out here.
The Titans on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. from the gun, Mariota. And Jennings has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Kick it off.
If you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency.
Fake screen wheel. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable.
But it winds up incomplete.
That's crazy. Dude ran fake screen wheel.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mariota.
Out of bounds.
And his throw is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Taylor Luan, the former first-rounder from Michigan, flag there.
Got too much space now.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
But much as I see this play online, this is getting shut down. You ain't getting nothing on this. I'm telling you now.
They'll throw again. Mariota. Showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Come on, you standing right there, bro.
Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans
you standing right there, man.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah,
standing right there,
you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown. It's almost like...
Dudes got to be.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They make the dudes play.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
2 first downs.
That full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
Just for the game right here, look. Just for the game. What you gonna do? You gonna win it for us? Or you gonna fold up?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up
like
on a big
doing
third
what I
down.
want him to do. Wait a minute. That might be cover 2. You give me some time. That's all I want.
Luck now to throw. And he's got his
Dang.
Hilton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
So Luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee,
Good
is
win,
as much
boys.
exultation.
Defense, y'all came up
Exhalation,
big.
right? They just breathed a sigh of
Four
relief.
picks.
Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Good win. Good win.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Colts, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.